So yesterday, much to everyone's pleasure, a new Soul Calibur game was announced, and it has been dubbed as Soul Calibur 6. But outside of the title, we don't really have a lot to work with here. So I decided to watch the trailer a fair few times, break it down frame by frame, and show you the 5 things you most likely had missed in the trailer. If you didn't, well, me then. Now the first thing we do have to talk about in the trailer here, and it's the most notable thing we do kind of see, is the appearance of Mitsurugi and Sophia. Now the last time we did see Mitsurugi in Soul Calibur, he was an old wandering samurai in Soul Calibur 5 and was actually at 46. So the Mitsurugi we in fact see in this trailer is way younger, and Sophia was believed by many to in fact be dead by the time Soul Calibur 5 turned up, as her 2 children did feature in the game. So this has led to myself and many others to believe that this is in fact a soft reboot of the series. And to help support this argument, the costumes we actually see the 2 wearing are the ones they originally had in the first Soul Calibur game. I'll put some of the pictures next to the current models to give you an idea of how similar the designs actually are. Now the second thing I noticed here is the announcer saying the following:
"Just as shadows are cast where there is light, history hides away more than one truth."
And I believe that this is a tease towards the story mode and how they'll alter the original game and tweak it up in such a way that it not only reboots the franchise, but takes it in a very different direction. So it kind of gives it a Mortal Kombat 9 feel, in a sense that everything becomes kind of new again as they start taking the property in a very different direction from what it originally was. Well, this is one of 2 possibilities in my mind, as they could go for the reboot route, or this could all be a flashback from someone in Soul Calibur 6, as it does seem like the announcer is talking about stuff that he had come to learn. But that one is most certainly a wild theory, as a reboot does most certainly seem more favourable for the series, and the fact that we also get a hint at a new character at the end of the trailer. Now another thing I happened to notice here when I was breaking it down frame by frame is the flashback sequence we get very briefly here. It cycles through the opening cinematics of Soul Calibur 2, 3, 4 and 5, so it may in fact be a hint here that the campaign and story of the game will take place across a number of games in the Soul Calibur franchise. Plus there's in fact a single frame here that a lot of people may have missed that in fact shows off Nightmare wielding Soul Edge, which to no one's surprise does more or less confirm Nightmare in Soul Calibur 6, and he may even be the main antagonist of this game, as he was the original big bad guy in the first Soul Calibur game. Now whilst I was in fact in the midst of making this video, an article by GameSpot recently dropped where they in fact interviewed Bandai Namco to get more information about Soul Calibur 6, and a key bit of information here, Bandai Namco say that 2 decades after its first iteration, Soul Calibur 6 returns to its roots whilst bringing brand new gameplay features to the game. Now I personally believe that by them in fact saying that they're going back to their roots means that they're going to start building up the franchise again from the very beginning. Now there was a lot of gameplay in this trailer, and it did focus very heavy on a clashing mechanic where the 2 blades meet each other and a rebound of the force created. Now this isn't really a new thing to the Soul Calibur series, but one thing that is a mechanic that we in fact now know that's called reversal edge. It's the parry-like mechanic we do see in the trailer that does end in a counter hit. You see, in the same GameSpot article, it says one of the key new gameplay changes is the introduction of reversal edge, which allows players to defend against the opponent's attacks and directly counter with a powerful strike highlighted through a dynamic camera. Soul Calibur 6 is being developed in Unreal Engine just as Tekken 7 was, and it looks like the game has also inherited the dynamic camera angle, which is in fact no surprise, as Harada is in fact a consultant for the developers of Soul Calibur 6. Now we don't know how this is going to be exactly intertwined into the gameplay, because we don't know whether or not there will be a meter bar in this game, or if it will function much like rage drives in Tekken 7. And talking about rage, critical edges have seemingly returned, and in the trailer we do get some startup animations from both Sophia and Mitsurugi. We even see Mitsurugi prepare a strike in the midst of the trailer, which is presumably the end of his critical edge. But unfortunately we don't actually see the entirety of it, as it seems like they're going to keep the critical edges for individual character trailers. And the 5th and final thing that we do see in the trailer here is the mysterious individual wielding a staff-like weapon with blades at each end. Now I have seen some people speculate online saying that this is Edge Master, or try to spin it in some form of way that it's a refurbished character, but in reality the individual that we do see in this trailer is most likely a new character to the series, as I'm going to go back to the GameSpot interview where Bandai Namco had clearly said that the roster will consist of returning characters and newcomers. So this mysterious figure may maybe someone entirely new to the series. We can only hope and wait for a character trailer at this point. And if we take into account what the announcer said at the beginning, that history hides away more than one truth, it may be this individual character, but we can only speculate up to now. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video, guys. Hopefully you found it rather informative and learned more about the trailer as I've broken it down and have fortunately been able to come across this interview. I'm very interested to see what they in fact do with this game, as I'm extremely excited to see another Soul Calibur game on the horizon, so expect to see more videos about it in the future. And talking about videos, to celebrate the reveal of Soul Calibur 6, tomorrow I'll be doing a video on Mitsurugi since he was featured in the trailer. Now it was originally going to be Yoshimitsu, but I'm going to ship him off into next week's episode so you guys can watch that video then. Now before this video wraps up, guys, if possible, let's try getting it to about 500 likes. It's a great way of supporting this channel as YouTube's ad system is broken as hell, so by giving it a thumbs up it helps out a ton. And if you'd like to go the extra step, we also have a Patreon set up down in the description below. Now as always, guys, please comment, like, subscribe and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care and I'll see you all next time.